Just got off the bus from that direction in Tirana. I'm now in Berat, and I thought I would pan about. It's a beautiful little town already. So nice almost always to get out of big cities. This is the entrance to Berat Backpacker, owned and operated by Scotty, a British man. I've not met him yet. And behind us, across the river, is the castle. And here it looks to be a pretty road. I think these are all Ottoman buildings. And those two entryways look rather interesting and authentic, perhaps. I'll explore that direction later. Go down inside of somebody's back garden area. And yes, it does. Just give you a little idea of the Berat Backpackers. This is the outside lounge, the lower patio, if you will. Up there, the entrance to the dorms, and then the top level, and that's the street level also. There are the dorms that I'm in. Dorm 1, and then dorm 2, dorm 3. And there is the kitchen in there. No, correction, that's the entrance and the reception. And then to the left of it is a beautiful indoor lounge. And here's some tables. But here, what's really outstanding is the magnificent views looking up to the castle. Magnificent in the sense that they don't look at a blank wall. And there's St. Francis. You can see plenty of room here for him to, if he wishes, to expand a little bit so far as the facility. This is the back, and one can only imagine what's behind those doors. This is the adjoining property. And here's the upper patio. And the storage area. This is my room here. My other two roommates have gone, so lovely view out here. Tonight, hot tonight. I've just walked from that bridge that you see right on the left side of the screen, which is the pedestrian bridge, along that inner road where the 1 number is, leading up to the big white spot, which is where the bus station is. And the church is number 14, number 30, or number 11 is the mosque that I'll show you now. The Church of St. Michael. Underneath the castle are these early, or at least I think 18th century Ottoman homes. And there in the background, well, 2 minarets suggesting 2 mosques right there. I think that's the old stone bridge in the opposite direction, so I'm going to walk down there and then walk back along the other side of the bridge. In this town, unlike Tirana, I think we're most likely to find more interesting architecture. Here's one older building and 2 funny little thingies up on top. I assume they're just their strategy for smokestack. But different cultures do it different ways. I wonder what, if anything, these archways in the main bridge support pylons were used for, if anything. It's a simple bridge, it seems like, except for the archways. This was at one time the only bridge for Gorika, and now there are 3 bridges, a new traffic bridge and the pedestrian bridge that I came across on earlier this morning. Arch to the left with the van behind it looks like a semicircular arch. All the rest look like they're segmented, particularly those smaller ones in the piers of the bridge. Reduced to pedestrian traffic only. It's interesting when you leave Tirana, once you get about, oh, I don't know, halfway out of town, maybe, I don't know how many miles it is to this area, but once you get out of town, the infrastructure breaks down really fast. And way down there, the remains of an older bridge. And again, notice that topography, seemingly a long mountain, same elevation at the top, furrowed with some modest erosion. Like Jackson, the mountains add a tremendous background. And there, the area of Gorika, where I am, up there somewhere, probably a little bit higher than mid-level. Assuming that this might have something to do with the castle, I'm not really sure, but I do imagine that that wall up there probably does. It may have been the first obstacle for anybody assaulting the castle. On the other hand, of course there are stairs going up, so maybe there used to be residences up there. It also may be a wall that's just designed to keep the rocks from tumbling down onto the highway. You're an optimist, as perhaps most are. And you can see that as most third world countries, the river is its sewer also. St. Michael's Church perhaps indicating that pathway over there goes up there, but I'll wait till I climb up on top and then just drop down. And here the pedestrian bridge, absolutely devoid of any beauty, but certainly pragmatic. Interesting tower over there above the end of the bridge. I wonder what the purpose of that is. And that road, I think, takes us to the castle. Hotel Palma is the indicator for where the bridge is when you're on the bus. And these are the 2 main roads, this one in particularly down here, which caters to the Gira, G-I-R-A, which is the walk, if you will, of people in the evening starting around 6:30, just like I saw in essence in Shkodra. Like this area has a park, plenty of benches, not much maintained. Again, parks in my mind are the indicators of soul in a community. Refuges for the body and the mind. I don't know if this relic still works or not, but good antique even if it doesn't. I'm just doing my scouting, first day scouting thing. I think this is where all the cafes and restaurants are also. I want to find one that I want to eat at. Here, a very utilitarian water feature. Sounds are very nice. All of them very old enough to remember the communist era of danger and void, for lack of a better term. Hero of the populace. Only one can wonder to whom it was against, communists. And over here perhaps where the buses are. I'll find out before I go to Gjirokastër.